The unique thing about poling a skiff across a flat in hunt of a fish is the quiet, is the focus it takes to scan with your eyes and find a tail, find a moving target. Charlie, right there, point your rod. The whole hunt, a little bit left, is as big a part of the game as when you finally do find a fish and make a cast. That's why it's special. That's why it's different than any other type of fishing that we do. The hunt, you find them, you present a lure or a fly or a bait. It's got to be precise. And once hooked, these fish are fun to catch. They run, they jump. You get to see the bite. That's the game here. A little breezy.
Yeah.
We've got some sunshine.
Sunshine's all we need.
This is how we started this whole fishing game. Then you decided to go start an offshore boat company, and now you don't get to do this much anymore.
I don't, but I love it.
I know, it's your favorite stuff to do.
It is, without a doubt.
You want to drive? You remember the way?
Hell no.
You sure?
No.
I bet you do.
In fact, I don't even know the way.
Yeah, you do. Always enjoy, you, Paul Tahara,
I love Paul Tier.
Al Pfluger, Flip. My whole childhood growing up fishing and learning the fishing game was with you guys.
Well,
so it's fun.
You just honored me beyond belief, even mentioning my name with those guys. I appreciate it.
You're all part of the.
I do appreciate
part
it.
of the deal then.
We still are. We're still
here.
We're relative. We're still here.
All right, hold on to your hat.
Barely.
I've known Charlie Schiffer for at least 35 years, maybe 40. Charlie was one of the guys that I grew up fishing with at a young age. We learned a lot of the fishing game together, me and a handful of other friends. In recent years, my relationship with Charlie has been through Seahunter Boats. Charlie's the VP of Seahunter Boats that makes some of the best offshore fishing boats on the planet. And we haven't in recent years been able to spend much time in the shallow water. And that's kind of where we got started, when we were kids, was doing a lot of the shallow water stuff. Charlie's true passion is shallow water fishing, and that's what this day was about. Kind of going back to the roots, and Charlie has a true passion for inshore fishing, and I think it's even deeper now that he doesn't get to do it often. So that's why this trip was special for me, was to get Charlie back in ankle deep water and kind of reminisce a little bit about the old times and show him how this place still is pretty special. I think the biggest thing that's changed around here since we were teenagers is just the water quality. I'm glad we got to see it the way it was when we had clean water and the bay was full of grass. The fish were a little more plentiful and more spread out and not in isolated spots, kind of like they are now.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Rob and I would go to Flamingo, and we wouldn't even go 100 yards before we would start catching fish. So it really wasn't about catching fish. That was easy back in the day. It was about going and exploring more than catching fish. The water was gin clear. The grass, it didn't have anything on it. It was just as green as the grass in your yard. It's really sad to see the damage that we've done to the environment over the years. And it's happy to see that so many people are working hard to bring it back.
Some of the organizations like BTT doing studies, on the bay and Captains for Clean Water, fighting for more clean water to come down the state.
Everglades restoration.
I'm starting to see a little difference, in some of the areas as far as water quality is concerned. It's amazing how well the fish have held up.
Yeah, that's
through all the ups and downs of the bay.
That's the unbelievable thing, that there's even fish here.
Yeah.
They adapt better than we do.
For sure, for sure. Goes to show what a crazy, amazing ecosystem the Everglades is. Well, let's see if this water has any fish in it. Bite?
I don't know. I don't. Oh yeah, there it goes.
He just kept coming at you.
Yeah, swimming at me.
What you got?
A snook, I think. Oh no, redfish.
Redfish. I bet you had a couple bites there.
I think I did.
Yeah.
Nice one.
Good start. Little rojo. Need help or you got him?
I got him. He's got me.
Yeah, good little redfish. Oh, look, he has a little scar on his side there.
Oh yeah.
Where he got hit by something.
Something
Almost looks like a dolphin had him.
Yeah.
It's kind of a round bite, you know?
It is.
He got away, so
He's
his
good to
lucky
go.
day. Perfect. Good job, buddy.
All right.
On the board.
On the board. When we're talking about Rob, he's very unique. I've never met anybody that has the fishing ability, the artistic ability, communication is amazing. The ability to be able to design flats boats, to understand the principles of water, shallow, quiet, all of those things.
What you got, bro?
I think it was a snook.
Oh,
It was a snook.
rubber hooks.
Man,
Check your hook.
Come
Go back out
on.
there, catch another one.
there's not many people that are like that have that ability across the board to be able to offshore fish, inshore fish, bass fish. I mean, he's a great bass fisherman. We used to bass fish when we were younger all the time, and I mean, he'd catch 3-to-1 bass over me, and we're throwing the same worm. It's crazy. It's just, he's a unique individual.
What you got? Snooky.
Snook.
Good job, bro. I guess you wanted to make sure you had the hook set?
I'm still trying.
Not a bad one either.
A nice one.
Right where you're supposed to be, right at the beginning of that mullet mud.
Man, that was awesome. What a bite. What a bite. Woo!
That'll work. That'll work.
Let's go 7, 8, 9, 10, 12.
Inches?
Yeah, right.
No, that's a good little fish.
Man, I love this
Probably
thing.
5 pounds.
One of my favorite fish, man. These things are so cool.
How could you not like them?
Thanks, man. Oh,
Good job, brother. How's your bait and your leader? Need to retie?
doesn't matter now. It's all good.
I know.
It's all good.
Catch you a little tarpon, we'll get you a little slam.
Sounds good to me. This was an opportunity that it doesn't come along very often. While we've been great friends for a long time and we used to fish together all the time, Seahunter was founded with a flats boat in mind, and we progressed into the offshore market, which kind of separated us a little bit as far as the fishing ability, being that our business was more modeled towards the offshore fishing. I've kind of gone that direction. We've done a couple episodes with the offshore fishing, which is amazing.
We got the best out of them.
Oh, heck yeah. It's just an opportunity of a lifetime to get back together with a guy that is one of the best guys I know.
You know, it's blowing 20 today. All the fishing we've done in recent years has been offshore in a big Seahunter, sail fishing.
I know.
Getting beat up, you know, in big giant seas and everything. It's kind of nice to not do that.
Yeah.
Just being here, it's relaxing.
Kind of nice.
The fish are a little smaller, but
These
that's
12
okay.
pounders are nice though. The camera makes them look smaller. Ready, bud? Thank you. Awesome.
How's your bait?
Gonna be a little torn up this time.
It's all right. Just fix your hook. This time of year, it's fall here in South Florida, we start having these giant bait migrations down both coasts, down the west coast, the east coast. Though tarpon are migratory, especially big tarpon, we have little tarpon here year-round. We do have a small handful of large tarpon that don't leave. They hang around, and when this bait migration starts, these fish will come up in super skinny water looking for giant schools of mullet that have come down from the north.
All of a sudden, Rob says there's a tarpon over there. The tail's out and the fins are out, and you can see his eye. He's kind of heading away from us, and Rob pulls us up there. You want me to take that?
Yeah. It's not unusual to encounter these fish swimming so shallow that their back's actually exposed. You see their tail, their dorsal. These would be 80, 90, 100-pound fish in just inches of water. Hurry in. Redo it. His eyes are a little further ahead than you think.
I made cast after cast at this fish, and I'll be honest with you, I really wasn't interested in casting. I just wanted to watch it. This is the coolest thing in the world. This fish is where snook and redfish are in 2 feet of water, and with his tails out, amazing. Oh, did you get him? No.
He just chased a mullet.
Oh.
They're super spooky. They're super hard to catch, but it's something that you don't get to see every day. This giant dinosaur swimming through inches of water, and it'll get your heart pounding more than anything else will. Good angle there. Pull left.
To see that, the life that was up there, amazing.
Good try. Hey, Charlie?
Yeah.
Point your rod there at 11. I'm seeing a ray mud out there, just like 100 feet, just a little beyond your casting range. I swear I saw something stick up on him.
Oh, I see.
I saw a tail or something.
No, I just saw like a swirl or something.
Yeah. Go ahead, try a shot there. Oh, there's another redfish on him too. There you go, you got a red. Good job, buddy. Well done. There was another one on him besides that one.
Was there?
Yeah, a little better fish there.
Yeah. I'm gonna let you get this one, Rob.
Yep. Step back to your right a little bit, behind you. There you go. Oh yeah.
That's a nice one.
That's a good redfish there, buddy.
Oh man, that's a great one.
It's a good fish there, buddy.
Oh man. To my surprise, the resilience of the fish is just incredible. They've adapted. I mean, it was like a flashback 30 years. It was really amazing.
Hey, good job.
It's not over, is it?
No, it's not over, but we're gonna have to get out of here pretty quick because this tide started falling.
I can push.
The wind's behind it.
I can push.
I'm not getting out pushing this boat.
If you're not, I'm definitely not getting out.
We may have time to catch one more fish. We'll see.
All right.
There's one.
Oop. Ooh. There he is. Ooh. What do you want me to do? Grab the pole?
No, I got it.
You got it?
Yeah. Take the fish off for me when I get him.
I'll take the fish
if
off.
I catch him. Couldn't resist the old jig. I was finally quicker than you on the draw.
Yeah, you did pretty. Hey, what is this?
That's a little jig I made last night.
What?
Yeah.
You got me throwing that old pink thing?
Well, I had to have a little something on you.
This thing's amazing.
That pink thing seems to be working.
Yeah, pretty darn good.
You know, in the old days, there was guys that were great jig makers, you know, and we could buy them. But these days, you can't really find anybody that makes a hand-tied jig. They're all commercially made, you know, and...
I think I just did.
Well, yeah, I made that one, but that's the only way you find a hand-tied jig anymore is if you make it yourself.
That's nice.
Tonight, we'll We'll have a drink and I'll show you how to tie one.
I would love to do that.
Thank you, sir.
It's cool, man. Something about tying your own jig, pulling the boat, casting it, catching the fish.
Yeah.
Thank God I was here to release it.
All right, now we can pull out of here.
If you haven't already, go to my website, theseahuntertv.com. You can watch past episodes, shop apparel, book a fishing charter with the Seahunter Fishing Group, and watch some behind the scenes.
You know, going back into these areas that you have miles of shallow water, you have to really pay attention to what the water's doing. When you get the wind out of certain directions, it can actually blow the water in there and make it deeper. That was not the case today. We had northeast wind blowing from shore, blowing offshore. When the tide started to fall with the wind behind it, that water was leaving this bay quickly. We had a great morning. We'd caught a handful of redfish, a handful of snook, had a great tarpon shot, saw all kinds of crazy birds, sharks. We pretty much saw everything the Everglades had to offer this time of year. The water was starting to dump out. It was time to go home. Show Charlie how to tie some jigs, drink a little Papa's Pilar, have a good supper. It's been a great day. Great day, bro. Enjoyed it.
Thank you so much for pulling me all over the place,
You're
man.
welcome.
Can you show me?
I'm going to show you how to tie the jig.
Please.
Redfish jig #1 coming up.
I'm excited about this.
You know what I always do first?
Now you're going to sharpen the hook.
There's no such thing as a hook out of the box that's sharp enough, in my mind.
So where do you buy these jigs from? Or do you make the jigs too?
No, I found a guy that can actually make the jig heads. What's hard to find is somebody to make the jig, like tie the jig,
Yeah.
which is why,
What are those?
what?
Those, like these things
That's
you're putting
that's over 50 cheaters.
on? Oh. Hold on. Let me put mine on. Okay, so you put a base level on first.
No, I just start the thread.
Okay,
You gotta start the thread. The thing about a jig, in my opinion, in shallow water, you need the weight to be able to cast it. Sight fishing situation, you don't want it to sink to the bottom quick because it's shallow.
Right, and a lot of grass.
Right. So you need just a heavy enough head. This is a 1/4 ounce head, bucktail, an actual deer's tail. The hair holds air. So you take this 1/4 ounce jig head that you can cast easily, but then you put bucktail on it, which gives it a little flotation so it doesn't dive to the bottom. The art of jig making or jig tying is for the situation, tying the right amount of hair or the right type of hair on the jig for what you want it to do. The shallow water situation is bucktail. If I had one thing, if I was stranded on an island, I had a spinning rod, and I could have one lure, it'd be a white bucktail jig.
Me too.
You catch everything that swims. I'm gonna take a little bit of this, cut it, because I want this jig to ride hook up.
You're putting the hairs
I'm putting the hair
up.
on the hook up side. Start it.
And then you're wrapping it tight.
Now I'm wrapping it loose to start with, and then I'm gonna
Why do you wrap it loose?
so I can play with it to make sure it's even.
To line it up.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Now once I got it where I want it to be, then I'm gonna crank down on it and put some pressure on the thread. As you do that, because there is air in the follicles of hair, it wants to do this. It wants to kind of blow up.
Poof.
Yeah. So it's all about silhouette. You want the right silhouette, pull out the strands that aren't sticking. So you know what you end up with when you're fishing. That's my first layer. Now I want this thing to have a little flash.
Oh.
I want it to sparkle, act like it's swimming through the water.
Oh, there you go. Little 70s coming in there.
Okay, whatever you want to call it. Little pearlescent flash-a-boo. Wrap it on one side. Pull it around. Wrap it on the other side. I'm adding a lot of tension here, about as much tension as this particular thread can handle. And I'm going to trim this flashy stuff so it doesn't extend past the hair. Now here's my last layer. There's more bucktail. Nothing fancy here. The reason a jig is so effective, in my opinion, is that it does exactly what its name says it does. It jigs. You can stop it and it dives to the bottom. You can pull it and it pulls up. That jig that I caught that redfish on today, that you were nice enough to release from me, was exactly like this, except it had a chartreuse head, not a pink head. I actually prefer the pink over the chartreuse.
Imagine that, with all the pink lures that you use.
Now, here's the finish. Just a half hitch. Half hitch.
That's it.
Another half hitch. Now we're gonna do a 4-turn half hitch. Cinch it down. We're good to go. We're gonna finish that off with a little bit of head cement, which is basically just like clear nail polish. Clear nail polish.
Okay.
Basically what it is. That will catch most fish in the ocean right there.
Absolutely.
Especially on the flats.
Oh.
After that dries, you can take that home with you.